Hey, if you're a contractor in South Carolina, you know that licensing is absolutely key. But, some recent changes to the state's bonding requirements have thrown a lot of people for a loop. So that's what we're here for. We're going to cut through all that noise and give you a super clear guide to the South Carolina contractor license bond.
All right, let's get into it. First up, we're going to cover the absolute basics of what a contractor bond even is. Then, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the different contractor tiers. After that, and this is a big one, we're going to break down that major 2023 reform that really changed things. And to wrap it all up, we'll give you a handy checklist to get you on your way.
All right, first things first. You've got to understand what a contractor bond is. It's really the foundation of your license here in South Carolina.
So what is it, really? In simple terms, it's a type of surety bond. See, in South Carolina, the state wants to see that you have a certain amount of financial backing, a minimum net worth, before they'll give you a license. But what if you don't meet that number? Or maybe you just don't want to tie up that much of your own cash. That's where this bond comes in. It's an alternative, a way to satisfy the state's financial requirements.
Okay, so why is this even a thing? Why does the state require it? Well, think of the bond as a financial safety net. It's a guarantee that you're going to play by the rules, that you'll follow South Carolina's regulations and professional standards. It's not just about protecting the public, which it absolutely does, but it also shows you're a credible, professional operation. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about contractor tiers. See, in South Carolina, it's not a one-size-fits-all deal. Your requirements are going to change, sometimes a lot, depending on if you're a general, mechanical, or residential contractor, and of course, the size of the jobs you want to tackle. All right, take a look at this table for general contractors. You can see it's broken down into 5 different groups, and it's pretty straightforward. As you go up in group number, the amount you can bid on a job goes up too, from $40,000 in group 1 all the way to unlimited in group 5. And no surprise, the net worth you have to show also climbs. But here's what I want you to really zero in on. That relationship between the net worth column and the bond amount column. Something big happened there recently, and we're going to get to that in just a second.
And now, check out the table for mechanical contractors. This really shows how the state treats different licenses. The financial numbers here are different. Like a Group 3 mechanical contractor can bid up to $100,000, but only needs to show $20,000 in net worth. That's way different from their general contractor counterpart. And again, keep an eye on that net worth to bond amount connection.
And then you've got residential builders. They're kind of in their own lane, handled by a whole different group, the SC Residential Builders Commission. And for these folks, it's super simple, a flat $15,000 bond. It's mandatory. You can't show net worth instead. You have to get the bond. No two ways about it.
Okay, now we're getting to the real heart of the matter. This is probably the most important thing we'll talk about today. That big legislative update from July 2023. This thing completely changed the game for how bond amounts are figured out for general and mechanical contractors in South Carolina.
So here's the change, plain and simple. Before this law, if you needed to show, say, $10,000 in net worth, the bond you had to get was for double that, $20,000. Well, the new law slashed that. It cut it right in half. Now the bond amount just has to match your net worth requirement.
That's it. That's the big takeaway right there. It's a simple 1-to-1 ratio. So that $10,000 net worth requirement, now it means a $10,000 bond. Easy. This makes a huge difference. It makes getting licensed more accessible, and the math is just a whole lot simpler for contractors all over the state.
And just to be clear, this wasn't some optional get-to-it-when-you-can kind of thing. This new rule applied to absolutely everyone. If you were a licensed contractor using a bond, you were required to update it to this new 1-to-1 structure at your 2024 renewal. It's not a suggestion, it's mandatory.
Okay, so how does all this bond talk fit into the actual process of getting your license? Let's run through a quick checklist for getting licensed in South Carolina.
It's definitely a process with a few key steps. First, you've got to show you've got the experience, usually 2 to 4 years worth. Next up, you have to pass that official state exam from the SCLRR. Then comes the financial part. You either submit your financial statements to prove that net worth, or you submit your new 1-to-1 surety bond. And to finish it off, you just need to show proof of insurance and, of course, pay the fees.
Now, a quick note on those financial statements. If you decide to go that route instead of the bond, just know the rules get tougher the bigger the jobs you want to do. For the smaller jobs, in groups 1 and 2, a statement you cook up yourself is totally fine. But once you hit group 3, you'll need a CPA to compile it. And for the top dogs in groups 4 and 5, yeah, you're going to need a full-blown CPA audit. And hey,
Here's a little bonus tip, especially if you're coming from out of state. South Carolina plays nice with NASCLA. That's the National Association of State Contractors Licensing Agencies. What does that mean for you? Well, if you've already passed that big NASCLA exam, it can seriously speed up the process of getting your South Carolina license, and you often don't even have to take another trade exam. It's a huge help.
So, there you have it. You know the tiers, you understand the new one-to-one rule, and you've got the checklist. The only thing left to do is actually get your bond.
And you can get your surety bond quote in just minutes. Just head over to buysuretybonds.com.